Hello students, welcome to Gnan Manjari online classes. Um, in last lecture we studied about microscope, and before that we saw the all the parts of a plant cell. So now we know that new cells come from old cells, but have you ever thought about how they come? Do they magically appear, or is there a scientific process involved? So today we are going to find out all the answers to this question, that where the cells come from, what is their process going to be, and learn more about the process of creations of new cells. So cell division. To know the process is known as cell division, and by this process new cells are made. Why do an organism need to produce new cells? So first question here is, have you ever thought why does an organism need to produce new cells? Need for cell division is the body needs to produce cell division or new cells in order to grow, replace old, dead, damaged cells, form gametes required for reproduction. So cell new cells की नीड क्या है? ग्रोथ के लिए, फिर जो ओल्ड सेल्स है, जो डेड सेल्स है, जो डैमेज सेल्स है, उसको रिप्लेस करने के लिए और गैमेट्स प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए. सो व्हाट इज गैमेट्स? दे आर रिप्रोडक्टिव सेल्स जो रिप्रोडक्शन में यूज होते हैं. सो सेल डिवीजन, जो टाइप्स ऑफ सेल डिवीजन है, वो cells can be divided into two ways, which is mitosis and meiosis. So for the formation of new cells there are two processes, mitosis and meiosis. So first we will see cell division, which is mitosis, then we will see meiosis. Okay. Mitosis is when one mother cell divides to form two identical daughter cells. ये माइटोसिस प्रोसेस क्या होता है कि एक मदर सेल, एक सेल होता है, उसमें से दो डॉटर सेल फॉर्म होते हैं. हाउ दे विल फॉर्म? द नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम डबल्स इन द मदर सेल. एक सिंगल क्रोमोसोम है तो देन इट विल फॉर्म डबल क्रोमोसोम, टू क्रोमोसोम्स. उसके बाद दे विल डिवाइड वन वन क्रोमोसोम एंड ब्रिंग अनदर डॉटर सेल, टू डॉटर सेल्स विथ अ सिंगल क्रोमोसोम. So mother cell divides evenly in two daughters and they will form a single chromosome cells, but two. So it will form two daughter cells. Single mother cell, single chromosome will convert themselves into double chromosome, and then it will form single chromosome daughter cells, two daughter cells. So what happens in mitosis? So both daughter cells will have the same number of chromosome as the mother cells. So first there was two chromosome in the mother cell, then four chromosome, and that four chromosomes are divided into two daughter cells with two chromosomes in each one of them. So what is the purpose of mitosis? What is the help we get from the mitosis cell division? It helps us with the growth and repair of the cell. हमारा ग्रोथ और रिपेयर का कारण माइटोसिस होता है, और क्योंकि इट क्रिएट्स द सेम प्रोसेस ना, फ्रॉम मदर सेल, इफ दैट इज डैमेज, एंड बाय डूइंग द सेम process they create the same two different daughter cells which has same two numbers of chromosome. So that is the, it will repair, and it can be replaced the mother cell, right? So this process helps in the growth and repair of the cell. Okay, now let's see meiosis, cell division in meiosis. Meiosis is one mother cell goes through two rounds of cell division to form four daughter cells. So in mitosis we saw from one mother cell there are only two daughter cells are formed, and in meiosis one mother cells goes down the cell division process two times, and at the end four daughter cells are formed. Here in the figure you can see there is a mother cell which has two chromosomes. Then it is converted, it is joined together and converted into four chromosome, and then it is divided into two daughter cells which two chromosomes each, and then it is divided into single chromosomes each. And in that division two we can get four types of daughter cell. So the mother cell contains the half number of chromosomes as the mother cell. So the daughter cell contains half number of chromosomes than the mother cell. Here in the figure you can see two chromosomes as per each cell, but in mother cell there are four chromosomes. And in mitosis we saw both mother and daughter cell have same numbers of chromosomes. But here in meiosis, daughter cell contains half the number of mother cell. So, what is the purpose of meiosis? Meiosis forms the gametes. Sperm in male and eggs in female are formed by the meiosis. So, in the reproduction system, there is a need of eggs and sperms in male and female. So, this process, meiosis process, perform, and then I form the gametes, which are male and female gametes, sperm and eggs, and these are formed by the process meiosis. So, what is meiosis? Meiosis is a type of cell division in which mother cells produce non-identical daughter cells, because here in the meiosis there are non-identical, they are not same. Here in the figure only you can see that they are not equal to each other. But what is mitosis? Mitosis is a type of cell division in which the mother cell produce two identical daughter cells. So this is the main difference. In mitosis, it is identical daughter cell, and in meiosis, it is non-identical daughter cells. And second difference is in meiosis, there are daughter cells are half than the mother cell, and in mitosis, both daughter and mother cells are the same. So here now we are at the end of our chapter, which is the fundamental unit number 5. And now let's recap this whole chapter with questions. So we will do a recap of the first chapter of this unit, and let us do that with some practice questions. Uh, why is plasma membrane selectively permeable? जो फर्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट टाइम था, फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड, उसमें आंसर था वाई इज प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन सिलेक्टिवली परमिएबल, बिकॉज द सेल नीड्स टू कंट्रोल द एंट्री एंड एग्जिट ऑफ द मॉलिक्यूल्स. सो प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन जो कॉन्सेप्ट टाइम नंबर 3, उसमें परमिएबिलिटी की बात हुई थी, परमिएबल, नॉन परमिएबल, सेमी परमिएबल. वो तीनों क्या है? Permeable is the substance that allows all the molecules to pass. Semi-permeable means that will allow only certain specific molecules, and non-permeable will does not allow any molecules to pass. And plasma membrane is permeable because it will allow all the entry and exit of the molecules from the cell. Okay, second question is what will happen to the plant cell and an RBC when placed in hypertonic solution? So in next we saw in concept time number 4 how do molecules move across the plasma membrane, and for that movement we saw three different types of solution. The movement of the cells depends on the type of solution that cell is placed in, and by that we saw hypotonic solution and isotonic solutions. I guess all of you know hypotonic solution is the concentration of water that is higher in the solution than the concentration of water in the cell. So water moves inside the cell and the cell swells in size, वो बड़ा हो जाएगा. That is hypotonic solution. In hypertonic, the cell size will shrink. जो सेल के अंदर का वाटर है उसका concentration हायर होगा, so it will move outside of the cell, and that is hypertonic. And in isotonic solution, concentration of both the water in the cell and in the solution is equal, so there is no movement in the water and size will not change. So what will happen to a plant cell and an RBC when placed in a hypertonic solution? सो वी ऑलरेडी नो हाइपरटोनिक में क्या होता है कि सेल साइज जो है वो श्रिंक हो जाती है क्योंकि सेल में से वाटर बाहर आ जाता है, राइट. सो इफ आरबीसी इज अ टाइप ऑफ सेल एंड इट इज प्लेस्ड इन हाइपरटोनिक सॉल्यूशन, तो मूवमेंट ऑफ वाटर क्या होता है, वाटर मूव्स आउटसाइड द सेल, एंड एज अ रिजल्ट the cell size will shrink, right? Now if the type of cell is plant cell and the type of solution is hypertonic, same, and the movement of the water is outside the cells, and that will result into plasmasis, right? That we already saw in the diffusion and osmosis process, that uh, particularly plant cell अगर हाइपोटोनिक सॉल्यूशन में प्लेस करते हैं तो वो रिजल्ट श्रिंक होता है और उसको प्लाज्मासिस प्रोसेस भी कहते हैं. Okay. A plant cell in hypertonic solution. Here is the figure, and RBC in the hypertonic solution. Okay. Now third question. Draw a plant cell and an animal cell and list a difference between the two. So plant cell and animal cell. Here is the figure. Only the main difference is in a plant cell wall is present, and in animal cell wall is not there. Other than that, plastids are present in plant cell, and plastids are not present in animal cell. Vacuoles, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, Golgi body or Golgi apparatus, cell membranes, all these are present in both animal cell and plant cell. And other than that, cell wall and plastids are present in plant cell but not in animal cell. Okay, so draw a plant cell and an animal cell that we already saw and list two differences. First difference is in cell wall, present in plant cell, animal cell it is absent, and plastid that is also present in a plant cell and animal cells it is absent. And in vacuole, if we talk about the vacuole, in plant cell there is a single large vacuole which covers 50 to 90 percentage of the area of plant cell, and in animal cells there are very small size vacuoles, but they are multiple number of vacuoles in very small size. So these are the three differences. Okay, now let's see the next two. How do respiratory gas move out in and out of the cell? Uses the example of photosynthesis to explain the exchange of gases. The exchange of gases during photosynthesis take place through diffusion. During photosynthesis, when the concentration of carbon dioxide becomes less inside the leaves in compared to the surrounding, it diffuses inside the cell through the stomata and is then used for photosynthesis. The oxygen produced during this process get collected into cells, thereby increasing its concentration inside the cell in comparison to outside. As a result, oxygen is diffused out of the stomata. जब फोटोसिंथेसिस प्रोसेस के टाइम पे एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस, देयर इज अ प्रोसेस इन विच गैसेस आर एक्सचेंज, तब क्या होता है कि फोटोसिंथेसिस प्रोसेस में जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड स्टोमेटा के थ्रू लीव्स में आ रहा है, then at that time, then it will convert that carbon dioxide into oxygen by the process of photosynthesis. तब क्या होता है कि as compared to the environment, ऑक्सीजन जो लीव्स के अंदर कलेक्ट हो रहा है वो ज़्यादा है एज कम्पेयर टू कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड आउटसाइड ऑफ द लीव. सो वो क्या करता है, टू टेक इन द मोर कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड दे हैव टू रिलीज द ऑक्सीजन, and then the concentration in the level will be decreased, and that process is done through the diffusion. So exchange of gases, that process is done by diffusion process, and as the concentration is increased, वो क्या करता है कि ऑक्सीजन जो है वो डिफ्यूज कर देता है स्टोमेटा के थ्रू बाहर, राइट. सो द एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस ड्यूरिंग फोटोसिंथेसिस टेक्स प्लेस, एंड उसकी वजह से वो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बिकम्स लेस इनसाइड द लीव्स एज कंपेयर्ड टू द सराउंडिंग, क्योंकि वो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ऑक्सीजन में ट्रांसफ़र हो जाता है. इट विल कन्वर्ट देम इनटू ऑक्सीजन, और ऑक्सीजन कन्वर्ट के होने के बाद इट विल डिफ्यूज आउट थ्रू स्टोमेटा. Okay. Now let's see some question of assertion and reason questions. So assertion, it is a simple fact or a statement. Examples. So first, before starting, let's know what is assertion and reasons. As an example, assertion 1 is I was late for school today. Second is the sunrise the sun rises in the east, food is digested in the stomach, and microbes are harmful. This is just a simple fact or a statement, right? That is common for all of them. And reason, it is a statement that explains the assertion, right? So first here question was in first assertion, I was late for the school because it was raining. The second question was the sun rises in the east because the earth revolves from west to east. The food is digested in the stomach because stomach contains digestive juices, and microbes are harmful because microbes causes disease. So these are the reasons for that assertion or fact. Okay. So let us read an assertion and reason together, and just like that I already told you now. I was late for the school today because it was raining. The reason was it was raining. Same reason. Okay. Now steps to solve assertion and reasons question. First read the assertion statement and see it is whether true or false. assertion का जो statement है वो हमें check करना है कि वो right है या wrong है. Then we will decide what to do next. Okay, first question, if we take, the cell is the fundamental structure and functional unit of all the living organisms, right? And second step is to solve the reason, और जो उसका reason है, anything less than an complete structure of a cell does not ensure independent living. So now, if we read the both statement A and R both, then we will analyze them together and then we will answer the question. If A and R are correct, then R is the correct explanation. Both A and R are correct, then R is not the correct explanation for the A. Then other option is A is incorrect and R is correct, and if A is correct, R is incorrect. So here we have to choose the correct option. So we know the cell is the fundamental structure and functional unit of all the living organism. We already know that. That is the correct statement. Cell is the fundamental structure unit of life. And reason is anything less than a complete structure of a cell does not ensure independent living. अगर किसी का incomplete structure है तो that will not ensure the independent living, that will be dependent on any other thing. So that is also correct, and that is the perfect answer for the A also. Why? Because it is in fundamental structure or functional unit. Because without the whole structure or function, it cannot ensure the independent living. So we can say both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation for the A. Okay, now let's see the second. We will try. Cells are functional unit of life. That is also a right statement. And reason, a cell has an ability to form a whole organism. Right. They are the functional unit of the life. Cells are the functional unit. So we know the assertion is correct. That is true. Cells are the functional unit of life. A single cell has the ability to form a whole organism. एक सेल होता है उसको इसके पास एबिलिटी है कि वो पूरा ऑर्गेनिज्म बना सकता है, right? Because one cell can grow up into many other ways and then it will form the whole organism. So this R is also true, but R is not the correct explanation for the A. Why? Because cells are the functional unit. They does the function, right? But this cells perform an ability. It has their own ability to form the whole organism. So both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Okay, a single cell lives independently on its own. A single cell can perform all the life processes. So assertion is a single cells live independently on its own. That is also true. A single cell can perform all the life process. That is also true, and that is the reason why they can live independently on its own, because a single cell it will perform its own life process. तो वो independently single cell रह सकता है. तो इसीलिए वजह से both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Okay. Humans RBC burst in hypotonic solution. Reason: cells burst due to the entry of water molecules. So A is human RBC burst in an hypotonic solution. That is perfect. That is right. And then cells will burst because the excess amount of water molecules that is inserted into the RBC. So A and R both are true. That we have already discussed before lectures, that it will burst the water molecules uh, that is present in the cell of RBC, that will burst, right? So A and R both are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. And let's see the last one. Lysosomes are known as suicidal bags. That is also true. Reason is lysosomes contains powerful enzymes capable of breaking down organic material. So if we have discussed the functions of lysosome, and we know they are the suicidal bags because the cell if the cells when the cell are damaged, the lysosome bursts the enzymes which digest the cells effectively. It will kill itself, right? So lysosome contains the powerful enzymes that are capable of breaking down organic material, but that is not the correct explanation of suicidal bags. The correct explanation is because it has the enzymes that will kill itself only. So both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Okay. Mm, right, here is the answer. So we are here at the end of the chapter, the fundamental units of life. So in next class we will begin our next chapter with tissues. So I'm not giving you any type of the homework, but check this answer. If you have any doubt, feel free to call me, and check the fundamental unit of life, your supplementary book, whole chapter. Read it out. If you have any doubts, in the next lecture we will discuss it. Thank you all. Have a very nice day, all of you.